of the sponsors on our website is a company called South American Silver. South American Silver was introduced to me by Greg Johnson, who is one of the co-founders of Nova Gold, and lo and behold, just recently, within the last week or so, a news announcement came out from South American Silver, and the new president of South American Silver is Greg Johnson. Took him out to lunch today to congratulate him on his new endeavor, for lack of better terms, and we began talking about what's going on in Bolivia, because the main asset, obviously, of South American Silver right now is a huge silver project in Bolivia. I'm very intrigued with what Greg had to say, because my level of knowledge, for lack of better terms, about Olivia Olivia de Havilland, movie star. My level of knowledge about Bolivia really isn't up to what it should be, but apparently there are some very exciting things going on in that country. Very rapidly growing GDP, an incredibly progressive president of the company. The country is very mining friendly, etc. And I wanted Greg to share his views with you, because I'm convinced that's a country that is very overlooked by investors. Greg, first of all, thanks for coming aboard, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. So lots of changes happening here. And as you said, I was previously with Nova Gold, and we were a sponsor of your group as well. And was a director of South American Silver for about a year. So I had a good chance to kind of look under the hood, so to speak, and really impressed with what Ralph Fitch, the former president and now executive chairman, has built in terms of the technical team. They've really put together an exceptional collection of assets, really the most prominent being this very large, in fact the second largest undeveloped silver resource in the world in Bolivia, and then a second large copper-gold asset in Chile. And you know, those guys have been on the ground down there for about 15 years collectively, over 30-40 years in terms of various work in the South American countries down there. And they felt, honestly, that working well with the local communities was the secret to working well with the government. And I've been really impressed with the programs they put together. As an economy, Bolivia is actually the strongest growing GDP in South America. In fact, all of Latin America. And so they must be doing some things right down there, and we're excited to be moving forward with the project down there.
I think they very definitely are doing things right down there, Greg, and just from what I've learned just in the last few days about the country. I have to say a couple of things about the management of South American Silver. Number one, Ralph Fitch I've known Ralph for almost a year now, and very successful career with Chevron. He won the Chevron Chairman's Award. I didn't win it. He was awarded the Chevron Chairman's Award for discovering a major copper project, copper asset, I guess is a better way to put it, in South America, and I believe it was in Chile, actually. Yeah. And then in terms of Greg's background, I'm going to say it because he won't. Greg is a co-founder of one of the most successful mining companies out there, as anyone is aware. This is a company that when Greg and Rick started it, we're talking about Nova Gold, it had a market cap of a few $1 million. Today it's a company with $1 billion market cap. Greg is a geologist, so you definitely look under the rocks before you get involved with something. Exactly. And that gives me a lot of comfort.
Yeah, it actually is close to $2 billion now for Nova Gold. It's been and that's been a really exciting process with Nova Gold, starting out, growing the team, and seeing things evolve, over the 12 years that I was with them. And that's what I really look to bring to South American Silver as well. I mean, I'm really the first edition. I'll be the name and the face that people will see, leading the company, with Ralph remaining in place, focused on the technical and project site aspects in particular, which he's very excited about. And then we'll be building the team and adding to the skills required to advance these projects, towards production and hopefully attract market value in that process.
Well, let's talk a little bit exactly about the game plan for the rest of 2010 for South American Silver. I know you're going to concentrate on the silver project initially. What's going to happen down there?
Well, we've got one drill that's already turning. The great thing about the climate down there, even though you're at elevation, is it's a very mild climate. It's like California. So we don't get a lot of cold weather, a very mild climate, and so we can work year-round effectively down there. There's a bit of a rainy season that makes it a little more challenging, but not too bad. So we've got a drill turning down there right now. We've had a major new discovery between the two existing zones that's higher grade. We're quite excited excited about the implications because it could mean that material that was previously thought to be unmineralized is in fact, looks like it could be even higher grade than the other materials. So we have about 325 million ounces in resource today. This new zone will certainly add to that resource, so we've got built-in growth there. And as we go through to update the economic study, we'll be looking at how those new ounces, which were between the other 2 ounces, really bring the whole thing forward in terms of optimization. So quite excited about the implications there.
Yeah, in terms of capital now, I know that in some of the due diligence that I had done on the company, for the current drilling program, I know you guys are totally capitalized to handle that one.
Yeah, no, we're in good financial shape for now, in terms of we've got enough money to continue the program we have underway, to continue the engineering studies, which we look to deliver an updated economic assessment towards the end of the year. What we may look at is, are there opportunities to accelerate the program, in which case, we may decide to put some more money in the company. But effectively, we're in good financial shape right now for the programs that we're undertaking today.
I have to tell you, Big Al is very intrigued by this company. I'm not a registered investment advisor, so I can't tell you to buy the stock, I can't tell you to sell it, but I'm very intrigued with it. I like what's going on. I like the evolution that's occurred economically in Bolivia, and I like the fact that in terms of South American silver, you got a couple of guys running it who really know about the mining business in the president, Greg Johnson, and the executive chairman, Ralph Fitch. You're going to be hearing more about this company from us, certainly, and I think from other people also. Greg, thanks so much, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me.